On today's video, I'm going to show you a super fast, cute, and easy way to put your hair up in just minutes. So we are starting out today with a ton of volume and texture, and if you want to see how I got these waves, all this volume, you can go back to my other video that I will put up here and check it out. I used my timeout waver to wave my hair. You can of course do this style with straight hair, but having the volume gives it a little something extra. For this style, we are just going to use two little hair ties. These are very traditional hair elastics. They're just from the dollar store. They're small. They're like what I would consider like a children's size. They come in a rainbow pack and they're really marketed for little kids. If you have thicker hair, you're probably going to need a thicker hair tie, a bigger hair tie. But if you have thin hair like me, you're definitely going to need a smaller hair tie like this. And I know I always get the question, aren't these going to damage your hair? Well, here's the thing. Hair ties like this absolutely have the capacity to damage your hair fairly easily. But if you put them in without creating a bunch of tangles and you don't rip them out of your hair, taking your hair with it, they are okay to use once in a while. Half your hair is not going to be lost by putting it up with one of these occasionally. Not something I would recommend you do every day because over time, small amounts of breakage will accumulate to mean a lot of breakage, but once in a while, there's no reason you can't go in with hair ties like this for a cute hairstyle, especially as you're careful putting them in and taking them out. So we are going to be doing a space bun style because I haven't done one of those in a while, and I love doing space buns when I have a ton of texture in my hair, especially if you get a ton of texture in your hair like this and you just find the volume and the texture isn't everything you hoped. Maybe it feels like a bit much, but it is a great base for putting your hair up. So I'm going to center part it because with a space bun, I like a center part. I think the most traditional way to do space buns would be with a center part, but of course you do you, and if you prefer a side part, you can also do that. I did also part it straight down the back. Now, if I was going to keep this style in my hair all day and wear it out, I would double check in the mirror that the part in the back was straight, and I would double check my hairstyle in the back before I went out for my day. I'm not going to do that today because I'm going to take this out after I'm done. So when I show you the back, if it's less than stellar, is what it is. I'm not checking the back, but if I was going to wear this style out, I would check and manipulate the back as needed, but we're not going to do that today because I don't care if my part is not straight, and I don't care if I miss a strand of hair. All right, I'm going to avoid using my hairbrush because if we brush our hair, it's going to get frizzy. So I'm using my fingers, and I'm going to leave a bit of bang out. And I'm going to just use my fingers and slowly bring all of my hair from the one side up. Bring it up as high as you want to wherever you want your space buns to go. And then I'm going to take my hair tie. I'm going to pull my hair through once. Now, I'm using a small hair tie that is tight enough if I wrap it twice. If you need to wrap it 3 times, that's fine. 4 times, that's fine. However many times you need to wrap your hair tie so that it's secure and it's not going to fall out. I'm doing twice because that's all I need to do. So then we're going to do that again on this side. Leave out a little chunk of bang. Use my fingers to comb everything up. And we don't have to worry about like those lumps and bumps and whatnot because our hair has texture. And that's why I love doing these styles with texture, especially if you're a beginner, because you have to worry less about perfection. So we literally just pop halfway through. So, I mean, you could leave it like this, it's cute, but you know we love to fluff and pull. So we're just going to take different sections of that bun and pull in all directions. Now, I've used a hair tie that if I can see it, I don't mind. If you don't want to see your hair tie at all, grab a clear one or one that matches the color of your hair. Especially if you have dark hair, you can find black or dark brown hair ties pretty easily. It is harder to find ones that match light blonde hair, but clear is a good option. I don't mind if some of my ends pop out because again, we've got that texture and I like the way it looks. Those tail ends are also going to kind of disappear as I fluff and pull. If your hair is a lot longer than mine, you might want to wrap the tail a couple times and then stick it back into the hair tie at the back. But you can also just leave those ends and kind of arrange them around so they stick out of your hair. And so in my case, these are mostly layers that are sticking out. My tail ends are back here, but because I have layers sticking out and all that, I think it looks really pretty. Then when I get done with manipulating the actual buns themselves, I just grab some of my hairs from near the hair tie and I gently pull forward, and that just kind of loosens and enhances any texture I want at the base, making sure nowhere is pulled tighter than I want. And look at that. It's so fast, it's so easy, and it's super cute. And nobody is too old for space buns. I'm 39 years old and I don't think I look stupid with this hairstyle. And if you think it looks stupid, that's you and that's fine, but I love it. I think it's so cute. You should wear any hairstyle that makes you feel good. I don't know how the back looks. That'll be interesting to see when I edit. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, should I put the back in? But I'm gonna leave it in even if it looks terrible. But I would check if I was gonna wear this style all day. I would check. But I like my waves, so I'm gonna leave my hair down today. But for day 2 tomorrow, maybe I will put my hair up like this because it is a great style for day 2 as well, if you want something that's different than your usual single bun. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this gives you a fun new style to try and something that you can do if you put a bunch of crazy curls or waves or whatever in your hair and you feel like it looks like a mess. Try a style like this because it can be a savior for when you feel like your hair looks too wild. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions and I will do my very best to answer those for you. I love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye.